In this session, I am going to start the time, speed, distance and train part number 3. Hello Naresh, Anuja, hello everyone. Happy Diwali to all of you. Happy Dhanteras to all of you. I wish God will fulfill all your desires. Yes. Hello Nagendra Prasad, hello. Okay, so guys, the last class homework question was, here is station A and here is station B. All right, here is station A, here station B. Now listen carefully. First train start at 9 a.m. with 40 km per hour speed, and second train start at 2 p.m. with 56 km per hour speed. Okay. Now my question was, in what time second train will catch the first train? In what time second train will catch the first train? This is the question of homework. Yes guys, please try to give the answer in the comment box. Yes, please try to give the answer in the comment box, guys. I'm waiting. Okay, so guys, in this question, first of all, this is first train and this is second train. Yes, please try to do the question. I'm repeating the question statement again. First train starts at 9 a.m. with the speed 40 km per hour in this direction. Second train starts at 2 p.m. with the speed 56 km per hour in the same direction. In what time? Yeah, at what time second train will catch the first train? Okay guys, now listen carefully. First of all, at 9 a.m. first train starts. A train, listen carefully. First of all, we will start this train. Okay, this train's speed is 40 km per hour. That means this train goes 40 km in every hour. Okay, then first this train starts at 9 a.m. Then in 5 hours, because second train is starting at 2 p.m. in 5 hours, this train will cover 200 kilometers. Now here is the first train at 2 p.m. Okay, now second train starts from here and first train starts from here at 2 p.m. Now the chasing start. As you know, time is equal to distance upon speed. Distance is what between them? 200. Speed is what? Relative speed is what? 60. Then after solving this, you will have 12.5 hours. That means after 12.5 hours, second train will catch the first train. That means at 2 a.m. 2:30 a.m. at 2:30 a.m. second train will catch the first train. This is the question was in your homework. Okay, is this clear to all of you? Yes or no? Okay, now let's move to the next question. I'm giving you the next question. Guys, listen carefully. Let this is station A and this is station B. Okay, first train start from station A and reach at station B at 6 p.m. and the second train start at 4 p.m. and reach at 7 p.m. What I'm telling you, first train starts from station A at 4 p.m. and reach at station B at 6 p.m. and second train starts, this is second train starts at 4 p.m. from station B and reaches at 7 p.m. at station A. Okay, then at what time they will meet each other? At what time they will meet each other? Yes guys, at what time they will meet each other? This is the question. Now listen carefully. This is very important question, guys. And listen carefully. The question is, a train starts from station A at 4 p.m., reaches at station B at 6 p.m. And at the same time, second train starts from station B and reaches at station A at 7 p.m. Then at what time will they meet each other? This we have to find. Okay, guys, this we have to find. Now listen carefully. First train is taking 2 hours in the journey and second train is taking 3 hours in this journey. Okay, so I'm writing here, first train is taking 2 hours, second train is taking 3 hours. This is the time. Ratio is what? 6. This is distance. Distance about time is what? Speed. 6 by 2 is 3. This is 2. This is speed. Now, as they are running in the opposite direction, the relative speed will be 5. Now, we have to find the time. Time is equal to distance upon speed. Distance is what? 6. Speed is what? 5. That means they will meet after 6 by 5 hours. That means 6 by 5 into 60, 12. That is after 72 minutes, they will meet each other. And as they started at 4 a.m., then if we add 72 minutes in this, what we'll get? 5:12 p.m. At 5:12 p.m., both train will meet. At 5:12 p.m., both train will meet. I hope this is clear to all of you. Yes, this is very important question, guys. Listen carefully. This train is taking 2 hours, this train is taking 3 hours. So here I'm writing time, this is distance, this is speed. I'm applying the time and work concept here. Okay? Yes. So we have to find the time. Time is equal to distance upon speed. Speed is what? 5. So they will meet after 72 minutes. That means they started at 4 p.m. If I add 72 minutes in this, I will get the time of meeting. Is this clear to all of you? Yes or no? Write in the comment box. Then we will proceed. Yes, guys. Please tell me. Yes. Now we started these questions based on the train, and please try to solve this question. This is very, very, very important question, guys. This is very, very, very important question. Yes, first of all, please read the questions statement carefully. Once you are done, write in the comment box, yes sir, done. Yes, first of all, please read the question carefully. In this question, we have been given that speed of electric engine is 40 km per hour. Speed of electric engine is 40 km per hour. If engine is attached with 4 bogies, then speed of engine reduces to 32 km per hour. Okay? Speed of engine alone is 40 km per hour. But if we attach the 4 bogies in this, then speed of engine reduces to 32 km per hour. If decrease in the speed of engine is directly proportional to the square root of the number of bogies attached, then find the maximum number of bogies which can engine pull. This is very interesting question, guys. Yes, guys, please tell me. This is very, very, very interesting question. Give the answer in the comment box and please try to solve this. Okay, now I will solve this question. Don't worry. Guys, listen carefully. Speed of engine is what? 40 km per hour. Now, this line is very important. If the decrease in the speed of engine is directly proportional to the square root of number of bogie attached. This means decrease in the speed of engine is directly proportional to the number of bogie attached. This is given. So I can write like this, proportionality sign. I am taking K here for proportionality sign. So D is equal to K root P. As in this question, we have been given that if we attach the 4 bogies, then speed of engine reduces to 32 km per hour. Means, if we attach the 4 bogies with the engine, speed of engine reduces to 32 km per hour. That means speed of engine reduces by 8 km per hour. I can say if I attach 4 bogie, then decrease in the speed is 8 km per hour to 4. K is equal to 4. Now this is equal to D is equal to 4 root of P. Okay, now listen carefully. This is very interesting question. We have to find the maximum number of bogies which can engine pull. Okay, first of all, I will find the number of bogies attached with the engine so that engine will stop. Okay, and for stopping the engine, we have to reduce the speed of engine by 40 km per hour. Now we will find the number of bogie. This is 10. Okay, then B is equal to 100. That means if we attach 100 bogies, in 8, then engine speed is reduces by 40 km per hour. That means after attaching the 100 bogies, engine will stop. But we have to find the maximum number of bogies which can engine pull. Then if I subtract 1 from here, I will get 99. That means 99, maximum 99 bogies engine can pull. Maximum 99 bogies engine can pull, because whenever you are attaching the one extra bogie in 8, the number of bogie will become 100, and this is clear from here. If you are attaching the 100 bogies, engine will stop. Okay, so I can say maximum 99 bogies engine can pull. This is the answer. Is this clear to all of you or not? No, Naresh. Guys, listen carefully. Speed of engine reduces by 40 km per hour if we attach the 100 bogies. That means if we attach the 100 bogies in the engine will stop. But we have to find the number of bogies which can engine pull, maximum number of bogies which can engine pull. So I subtract 1 from here. So engine can pull 99 maximum bogies. Okay, is this clear to all of you? Yes or no? Write in the comment box. Then we will move to the next question. Now let's move to the next question. Yes guys, this is very interesting question again. Important question. In this question we have been given that without stoppages, a train travels at a certain speed with an average speed of 50 km per hour. Means without stoppages, a train travels a certain distance with an average speed of 50 km per hour, and with stoppages, it covers the same distance with an average speed of 45 km per hour. What is the time in minutes per hour for which train stops? Now listen carefully. This is very easy question. In this type of question, whenever the average speed without stoppage is given, average speed with stoppage is given, and you are asked to find the time of stoppage of train in 1 hour, you will apply this formula: stoppage time of train is equal to stoppage time of train in 1 hour is equal to difference between speeds upon speed without stoppage into 60, and 60 is for minutes. Difference between the speeds is what? 5. Speed without stoppage is what? 50 into 60. So I can say in every 1 hour train stops for 6 minutes. This is very easy question. Whenever you have been giving stoppage with stoppages average speed, and without stoppages average speed, and with stoppage average speed, and you are asked to find the time in minutes per hour for which train stops, you will apply this formula. Is this clear to all of you? Yes or no? Write in the comment box. Yes, guys. Yes, Nagendra Prasad. You have to remember this formula. Okay. Now, next question. Yes, this is again very interesting question, guys. This question is based on train accident. This question is based on train accident. This question is based on train accident, and this is very interesting question. First of all, read the statement of the question. Once you are done, write in the comment box, yes sir, done. First of all, read the question carefully. Yes, first of all, please read the question carefully. Once you are done, write in the comment box, yes sir, done. Then I will start the solution of this question. Okay? Then I will start the solution of this question. Okay, guys? Yes, come on fast. Yes, guys, I'm waiting. Please read the question carefully. Once you are done, write in the comment box, yes sir, done. Yes, guys, please always give the response in the comment box so that I can interact with you. Okay, now, thank you Ekta, Avinash, Pradi, and Nikanta, Nitu. Alright, in this question, we have been given that a train after traveling 60 kilometers meets with an accident. Okay, so I am making the graph here. Just listen carefully. A train after traveling 60 kilometers meets with an accident. Okay, here it meets with an accident. Then proceeds at 2/3 of its former speed. Okay, let the former speed was 3. Now the later speed is 2 after accident. Okay, then arrives at its destination 40 minutes late. 40 minutes late. All right, guys. Now listen carefully. Now the next condition is what? Had the accident occurred 30 kilometers farther. Okay. Had the accident occurred 30 kilometers farther away. That means here. It would have reached 20 minutes late. Okay. It would have reached only 20 minutes late. That means before accident the speed was 3 and after accident the speed is 2. What is the initial speed of the train? We have to find the initial speed of the train. Yes, please read the question again and see the graph carefully. Yes, please read the question carefully and see the graph. Is this okay? Yes or no? Then I will start the solution. Guys, first read the question and check the graph carefully. Then I will start the solution. Okay? Is this okay to all of you? Okay. Now I will start the solution. Don't worry. Listen carefully. Solution is of only one line. Okay, guys, please listen carefully. Here the train was 40 minutes late. Now the train is 20 minutes late. That means train covers 20 minutes. Train covers 20 minutes. Okay, and the reason being behind this 20 minutes coverage is this 30 kilometers. Let the speed of initial speed of train is 3x. Now the speed of train is 2x. Let the speed of train is 3x. Now the speed of train is 2x. Okay. So guys, please listen. In this area, In this area, train is running with the speed of 2x. And in this distance, train is running with 3x speed. As you all know, time is equal to distance upon speed. In this distance, 30 kilometer is covered by train with 2x speed. And in this distance, 30 kilometer covered by 3x speed. And the difference between these two timings is 20 minutes. This is the main part. All right. So this is 15 by x. This is 10 by x is equal to 1 by 3. This is 5 by x is equal to 1 by 3. So x is equal to 15. X is equal to 15. Then initial speed of the train become 45 kilometer per hour. 45 kilometer per hour. This is the question. Guys, listen carefully. In this distance, train is traveling with 2x speed in 30 kilometer, and in this distance, train is traveling with higher speed, that is 30 kilometer, and the difference between these two timing is 20 minutes. Now x is this, then the initial speed is 45 kilometer per hour. I will give you next question on the same line to you all. Please try to solve that question. Okay, is this clear to all of you? Yes or no? Yes, initial speed is 45 km per hour. Yes, guys, initial speed is 45 km per hour. This is the initial speed. So I am giving you next question on the same base. Please try to solve that question. Okay, are you ready, guys? Yes, this is the same type question. Yes, please try to solve this question. This is your class work. This is your class work. Please try to solve this question and give the answer in the comment box. Okay, so the question is, guys, please try to understand. The question is, a train after traveling 60 kilometers, first of all, make the graph. After traveling 60 kilometers, meets with an accident. Then train proceeds at 2/3 of its former speed. Let the initial speed is 3. Then train is proceeding at the 2 unit speed, and it becomes 40 minutes late. Okay, had the accident occurred 60 kilometers farther. Had the accident occurred 60 kilometer farther. Had the accident occurred 60 kilometer farther, it would have reached destination only 8 minutes late. Okay. Now before accident the speed is 3 and after accident the speed is 2. So I will take, let the speed initially speed is 3x, now the speed is 2x. Initially speed is 3x, now the speed is 2x. Okay, guys. Now listen carefully. Listen carefully. This train covers 32 minutes just because of this 60 kilometer distance, and in this 60 kilometer distance train is running with the speed of 2x. In this 60 kilometer distance train is running with the speed of 3x. Now listen carefully. Train covers 60 kilometer with 2x speed. Now train covers 60 kilometer with 3x speed, and the difference between these two timings is 32 minutes. 32 minutes. Okay, this is what 30, this is what 20, this is 10 by x is equal to 4 8s are, this is 50. This is 8 by 15. 2 4s are 2 5s are. So x 4x is equal to 75 and x is equal to 75 by 4. So the initial speed is what? Initial speed is what? 3x. So multiply by 7 by 4 here, you will get the initial speed, that is 75 into 3 by 4. Whatever it is, this is initial speed, kilometer per hour. I hope this question is clear to all of you. This is the same question as previous. Yes, guys, is this clear to all of you? Yes or no? Write in the comment box. This question is based on train accident. This question is based on train accident. Now let's move to the next question. This is again very important question. This is again very important question and easy question. Yes, guys, please try to solve the question and give the answer in the comment box. Please carefully read the question first. If you are done, write in the comment box, yes, sir. Yes, Nagendra Prasad. Okay, you're done. Now listen carefully. A goods train and a passenger train are running on parallel tracks. A goods train and a passenger train are running on parallel tracks in the same direction. Driver of goods train observes that the passenger train crossed him in 60 seconds. And a passenger on the passenger train observed that he crossed the goods train in 40 seconds. Then find the ratio between the length of these two trains. This we have to find. This is very easy question. Now listen carefully. Suppose this is the goods train and suppose this is the passenger train. Let the speed of goods train, passenger train is S1 and speed of goods train is, okay, just a minute. Let the speed of goods train is S1, speed of passenger train is S2. Let the length of goods train is L1 and length of passenger train is L2. Okay, now listen carefully. In this question we have been given that driver of goods train observes that the passenger train crossed him in 60 seconds. Driver of goods train is where? Here. Driver observes that the passenger train crossed him in 60 seconds. Okay, that means driver can see the length of passenger train in front of him up to the 60 seconds. Okay, now first of all I will find the relative speed. As you all know, speed is equal to distance upon time. This is the basic formula. Guys, please listen carefully. As both the trains are running in the same direction, then relative speed is equal to S2 minus S1. And speed is equal to distance. Driver observes that the passenger train crossed him in 60 seconds. That means driver can see the length of passenger train up to the 60 seconds. This is equation number 1. Now, by the point of passenger, listen carefully. And a passenger on the passenger train observes that he crossed the goods train in 40 seconds. That means passenger can see L1 length up to the 40 seconds. Okay, because the speeds are same, then this should be same. That is L1 by 40. That is L1 by 40 is equal to L2 by 60. This is 2, this is 3. So L1 upon L2 is equal to 2 by 3. That means 2:3 is the right answer. 2:3 is the right answer. Okay, now listen carefully. Okay, Pradi, I will explain it again. In this question, we have been given that, just listen carefully. In this question, we have been given that a goods train and a passenger train. This is goods train, this is passenger train. Alright, running in the same direction. Okay. Driver of goods train observes that the passenger train crossed him in 60 seconds. That means driver can see L2 length up to the 60 minutes. Driver can see L2 length up to the 60 minutes. And this is the relative speed. Relative speed is equal to distance upon time. As in the case of passenger, as you can see, passenger on the passenger train observes that he crossed the goods train in 40 seconds. That means passenger can see L1 height up to the 40 seconds. Okay, so I I'm equating these two, we will find the ratio of the length of these two trains. I think now this is clear to all of you. Is there any doubt? Please write in the comment box. If no, write in the comment box, sir, no doubt. We can proceed. Yes, guys. Now I will give you a question. Nagin Prasad, speed is always remains the same. Speed will always remains the same. Okay. This time difference is just because of the position of driver and the position of passenger. All right. Now let's move to the next question. I am giving you a very interesting question. Speed will always positive, Avinash Kumar. Yes, this is very important and interesting question. Please try to give the answer. First of all, read the question carefully.